Now, as we see, TMC's Mahua Moitra does remain defiant. She's of course got support from some members, including Swara Bhaskar and Congress's Shashi Tharoor. Right now, Mahua, who remains defiant on the comments that she's made. In fact, she's put out a fresh tweet. Mahua Moitra there saying, and I quote, Jai Ma Kaali. This is Mahua Moitra who puts out a tweet saying Jai Ma Kaali. Of course, Mahua not apologizing at this point. Neither did she yesterday when this whole controversy broke out and the TMC condemned her openly on a social media platform, saying that they condemn her views. Also, this is her personal views. They have nothing to do with it. At that point, Mahua, one would have expected an apology or maybe have withdrawn her statement. But Mahua remained adamant on what she said. She said she stated the obvious and she never backed any film poster or smoking for that matter. Here today, a fresh tweet by Mahua Moitra really clearly shows that she is defiant and she sticks her ground. Jai Ma Kaali. That's exactly her words on Twitter. A fresh tweet that Mahua has put out saying Jai Ma Kaali. This is Mahua's tweet that she's put out at this point while she's received some support from few quarters, including the Congress's Shashi Tharoor, who's come to back her. At this point, also Swara Bhaskar, actor, who's also backed Mahua. We're seeing some voices now being raised in support of Mahua Moitra, but unfortunately for her, her own party, the TMC, have washed their hands off on what Mahua has said. At this point, Mahua Moitra, of course, questions being asked whether she's being isolated from her own party. FIRs being filed against her. In fact, complaints have been filed against her. The police are yet to treat it as an FIR. Will she be summoned by the police? Will the TMC government in West Bengal back her at this point while the BJP is gunning for her arrest? Remains to be seen. Let me cut across to Ritik Mandal joining us on the phone line. Ritik, a quick word on what Mahua has tweeted at this point. Jai Ma Kaali. What's prompted her to do that? Do we know? Ritik, could you hear me? I'm going to try and patch our reporter on that, but this is Mahua Moitra's new fresh tweet where she says Jai Ma Kaali, almost in defiance of whatever is being said against the comment she's made. She's tried to slam all those controversial remarks made against her in a single tweet where she says Jai Ma Kaali. This is her way of responding. She's not divulged much about this controversy that's brewing or the complaints that have been filed against her. She's not spoken a word on that, but instead has only written Jai Ma Kaali. This shows she is defiant at this point. She has been so ever since she's made that comment. She's stuck to her ground, saying that she's not said anything wrong. She stated the obvious. She's not backed a poster or a film. All she said was through her tweet. In fact, she said that she's only stated the obvious. That's more or less what she summed up as her response to all that backlash that came her way post that remark she made. And now Mahua Moitra, a day later, 24 hours later, has put out a fresh tweet. After much of this controversy and complaints against her, she now puts out a tweet saying Jai Ma Kaali.